What is going on, guys? I have a question for you guys. Why do you get in your own way? Why do you get in your own way? I've been getting so lucky the past 2-3 weeks. Call it luck, call it serendipity. I've talked about all of this stuff. But I think a large contributor is I've just been getting out of my own way. We all have so much potential inside of us, but we get in our own way. I don't know if you guys played basketball in high school or in middle school, or really any sport that involved some sort of sprints. I just say basketball because I think suicides. And I can remember the coach would call out suicides. Everyone would freak out. Everyone would kind of look at each other. Oh, here we go again. Step up to the line. Free throw line, half court, back. Free throw line, back. Full court, back. Touch the line. If you don't touch the line, you got to redo it. And a lot of times there would be at least one guy on the team who'd be a little overweight, a little out of shape, and wouldn't hit the time. And the coach would say to do it again. And we get back, and you do it again. And every single time, we'd be clapping for the last person to bring it in. And maybe the first time he missed it, maybe the second time he missed it, maybe the third time he missed it. But maybe the fourth time he got it. And we were always clapping for him because they always had it in them. Even if they're out of shape, even if they're bigger, they just need to put their head down, focus, touch the line, stay with the group, and bring it in. And so whatever doubts they had in their mind, because I can tell you out of everyone on the team, when everyone would look at each other, it was always the one kid who was most out of shape, who was the biggest, who looked the scaredest. But progressively, he would just get out of his own way. He'd say, I can do this. I got everybody cheering for me. I got it in me. And so you just have to get out of your own way. If you're staying up late, don't think about it like I need to, I gotta have the discipline to put my phone away. It's like, recognize that going to bed earlier, if this is your goal, it's all about whatever your priorities are, but if your goal is to get up earlier, put the phone away, put it in the other room, set yourself up, give yourself the opportunity to just go to sleep earlier. Give yourself the opportunity to be tired, wake up naturally, and just don't make it harder on yourself. So then the next day you wake up, you have tons of energy, you're up early, and you're already in a good spot. You carry that momentum on to the next thing, right? If it's lust, if it's drugs that are harboring you from just being yourself, don't put yourself in those situations. If it's friends that are initiating those sort of activities for you, just don't put yourself in those situations. Get away from those friends. Allow yourself to be more of yourself, more of your true self that you're trying to be. You don't need to have necessarily the discipline, although you should develop it over time, to say no to those things. Just don't put yourself in that situation. Get out of your own way. Again, I think most of the luck I've had the past few weeks has just been allowing myself to be extremely consistent and to just focus on the things that I should be focusing on and spreading love in the world. It's not about working harder. It's just about being consistent and getting out of my own way, right? If you don't go on your phone at night, you're giving yourself another hour in the morning. You're giving yourself some extra energy. It's not like the next day you work harder. You just simply developed that good habit that allows you to be more of yourself. So you get out of your own way. It's like a process of removal. I feel like a lot of discipline, again, if you want to call it discipline, is just removing things. It's taking away things that just make it harder for you to do what you want to do. Make it harder for you to just be your true self. Because nobody under immense pressure, immense distractions is going to be able to be themselves. So you have to make the choices, you have to control the variables, like just take responsibility for stuff. What's the point of looking at everything in terms of you not having control? Like, what's the point of saying, I can't control that, I can't control that, I can't control who my friends are, I can't control where I go, can't control who I talk to? You might as well just look at the things you can control and then enable yourself to be your best self. You don't have to work harder at it again. I've been talking to so many strangers and I've gotten so lucky, the type of people that I've been able to interact with. And it's all because I'm just getting over myself. There's a small fear where it's like, oh, should you talk to that person? It might be weird. Who cares? Who cares if you go up to someone and embarrass yourself? I can't even think back to anybody who's ever come up to me and embarrassed themselves in public. I can't even think back to any time in particular over like a year ago where I've gone up to someone and embarrassed myself. And even if I have, or when I have, because I have, those have always been learning opportunities. And then I've just gone into the next one even better. So instead of harboring myself again, of just being afraid to talk to a stranger, I just get out of my own way. I stop being fearful. I just embrace my own personality. I embrace whatever I have in the moment. I don't overthink it. Again, overthinking, same thing. You're getting in your own way. Just get out of your own way and just go do your thing. And I know I'm saying all this and it sounds like it's super easy, right? Just get rid of stuff. It's not that easy. Every single way that you can get in your own way, I've pretty much done it. And I think I've been lucky to just have some naturally good habits and tendencies. For instance, I don't really like to drink. I've never really liked to drink. I've drank a lot in the past, but just not something I genuinely enjoy. And it's easier nowadays to not drink because pretty much anyone over 30 will be like, oh, the younger generation doesn't drink. It's like, you're right. I'm a part of that group. But for other stuff, like, I've just had to learn the lesson over and over and over again to just get out of my own way. And so hopefully you can learn the lesson easily. Again, the easy way, but usually you gotta learn it the hard way. But eventually, it seems like most people who have it pretty figured out just start getting out of their own way. They just get to be themselves. They say no to things that they know they don't want to do. So, and again, like coming back to the very beginning of this, like, you gotta recognize how much potential you have. Like, think about the overweight, out of shape kid on the start of a suicide, right? Suicide number 1, they don't believe in themselves. Suicide number 2, they don't believe in themselves. Number 3, they don't believe in themselves. Maybe number 4, they finally have all the energy of the team and they have the conviction they can get it done, and they get it done on the 4th try. And then maybe that gives that kid enough realization of how much potential he has. And he keeps getting a little better and better and better, and next thing you know, he's not the slowest one on the team. And it's the same thing for pretty much everybody. Like, if you get out of your own way over a long period of time, you're just setting yourself up to be consistent. And you're never going to win the championship for most things in life in one day, right? It's stuff that stacks up over and over and over again that prepares you to execute in the moment that matters. And you also just give yourself more shots on goal. Like a couple of videos ago, I was talking about Tom Brady's speech, and he talks about all the failures you have earlier in your life just set you up to take advantage of that one opportunity you get. But it's like, if you're always remaining consistent, you're always giving yourself the opportunity to be yourself, you're making good decisions, you're putting yourself in fruitful situations, you're constantly learning, and you do that over a long period of time, and again, you just get out of your own way, you just allow yourself to be consistent, then you'll get more shots on goal. And maybe it's not the first one that hits, maybe it's not the second one that hits, maybe it's not the third one that hits, maybe it's not the first 30 ones that hit. Maybe it's the 31st after 6 years that hits, after 10 years that hits. But you just get out of your own way and you be consistent over a long period of time. And this applies to literally everything. It doesn't need to be some sort of like, you want to start a business, right? It could be literally everything. It could be being a good family man, right? Picture in your head, what does it take to be a good family man? Now get out of your way. Remove all the things that are making it more challenging for you to do that, and just be yourself. If you want to get in shape, right, then get rid of alcohol. Get rid of late nights. You'll wake up in the morning and you'll feel energized and just ready to go work out. It takes less discipline because you're just giving yourself the opportunity to be in better shape. So it's like, whatever your priorities are, whatever your goals are, just get out of your own way. And I found this, again, to be tremendously helpful the past couple of weeks. I think a big part of this too is patience. I mentioned it a bunch, but like, just like I was saying how it couldn't